If you keep drawing the perfect line on the wrong layer, then spending 10 minutes trying to undo it, erasing half of your work and wondering why Procreate hates you, it might not be you. It might be that nobody ever actually explained how layers work. And lucky you, we're going to go into that today. Hey, it's me, Cynthia. I help beginner digital artists learn the skills they need to create art they can actually sell. Today we're doing a deep dive on Procreate layers. Not all the stuff, not all the things, just the stuff you actually want. It's going to stop you from drawing on the wrong layer, losing your work, and wanting to throw your iPad across the room. I'm also going to show you the one layer mistake that beginners make over and over, and it's the one that makes selling your artwork way harder than it needs to be. So make sure to stick around for that. Grab your iPad, make sure your Apple Pencil's charged, grab a delicious drink, and let's get to it. So here's what I see all the time. Someone opens up Procreate, they're excited, they start drawing. An hour later, you've got something cute. And then they realize the background they just colored is on the same layer as their line art. Or they drew the eyes on the skin layer. Or they have no idea where anything lives. I usually fall in that camp, even with my layers. And the first thought is like, I cannot do this. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just not cut out for digital art. But layers aren't just for organization. They're your undo button, but like jacked up on steroids. They're what's going to let you change one thing without destroying everything. And for selling your art, layers are the difference between I can put this on 5 different products in 10 minutes. Okay, let's be realistic, probably 30. And, I guess I can only use this on this specific way mug. If you draw everything on one single layer, you're going to have a heck of a time and headache trying to change anything because you're going to have to change everything. You're more likely to just throw everything in the trash, walk away, give up, and go start watching some Netflix. So that's not going to be us. We're going to go through 5 things about layers that actually matter and keep you in check. We're going to talk about what layers even are, because that can help, how to stop drawing on the wrong one, obviously the most important, and the settings most people ignore, how to organize layers so you don't lose your mind, and why layers matter for selling your art, because that's the whole thing, right? We don't want to be starving over here. So let me show you a little example. Right now, I have all of my layers on this page turned on. As you can see in the layer panel, I have several layers. Let me get rid of this guy, he's empty. I have my bottom layer selected. I can hit my transform tool and I can move this guy around all by his lonesome without touching anything else. If I wanted to, I can erase it all and it's not going to affect anything else. That's layers. That's your best friend. Use her. And a lot of beginners are terrified of layers. What does that even mean? That's not in my handy dandy coloring book. Layers are your life now. Just accept it and enjoy. You do want to stay organized, but accept it and enjoy. And why this matters for selling, if a customer asks for a version without the text or without a different background color or an entire different colorway, if your whole drawing is on one layer, you're going to have to start over from scratch and do your best to make everything the same. You're redrawing the whole thing. If it's on separate layers, you toggle one off, you add a new one, you color something new, and then you export, and then you're done. So it might take you 30 minutes versus an entire day or tears of sadness. Hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, now's a good time to do that. It's free, and I post videos about making and selling digital art. Hit that button and make sure you don't miss anything. All right, let's talk a little bit about not drawing on the wrong layer. And this one, it gets me, guys. It gets me so hard. So I do feel ya. I do get it. So first things first, obviously, it's not going to make you do it, but obviously, look at your layers panel before you start to draw. A quick glance at which layer is actually highlighted is the first easy step. Second, name your layers. Single tap, rename, and use your keyboard. You can go like this and just name them. I'm notoriously horrible at this, but it makes your workflow so much easier. And if you have specific colors on certain layers, Name those colors as well, like with the hex code. That way it's easier later if you are working with customers and clients. Third, if you're not sure which layer something is on, tap and hold your canvas with your finger. That's not gonna work. Lovely. Stop. Tap quickly on your canvas and your layer will pop up. And if they're named, it's gonna be a lot easier. Right now, most of mine just say inserted image, but if you long hold, you may end up with your color dropper. So this isn't always turned on. So if you quickly go to your wrench, go to preferences, and start snooping around in your control panel. Oops, I think I just touched a button. There we go. Gesture controls, layer select. Finger touch will invoke layer select. Yes, please. You can choose different options, but that's so quick. I do have Apple Pencil Squeeze. Let's see if that will work as well. Negative, because I'm not that smart. What did it say? It's a lie. Anyways, just turn on your gesture to tap your layer. That works. And basically, Procreate pops up that little menu showing you what's on every layer at that particular spot. Fourth, if you've got something done and you're worried about messing it up, you can lock your layers. So say this little handy dandy guy is done. I love him. I don't want this line art. I don't want to screw it up. You can swipe to the left and hit lock. No, I can't do anything. And then it asks you, hey, this is locked. Do you want to do some stuff? No, I do not want to do some stuff. Have you met me? I'm a mess. So that's definitely not a bad idea. If you want to use it once your line art is finished and you're ready to color, it wouldn't hurt to lock up all that line art and keep it nice and safe. Or once you're finished with everything and you're on your final, it's not a bad idea to lock that up safely as well. Now, let's talk about one more thing with the layers for this video, and I think that's it. I think we will save blending modes and alpha lock and all of that fun stuff for another video. But let's talk about groups. And I don't know if I've accidentally pushed a button or if Procreate had a small update that I missed, but I was like, I swear I was using my iPad and then my group button was gone. But anyways, the group button is now hiding from me, but I found it. So let's say that all of our line art is ready to go. You can long hold to select everyone. Let's go ahead and get rid of this guy and this guy. We have all these guys up and ready, and I am just quickly swiping to the right with my Apple Pencil. And now my little group button used to be over here, unless I'm crazy. Go over to this layer menu, and there's group. And now all of your little handy dandy guys are together. You can lock this whole group, and you can, let me unlock it so I can actually do stuff with it. Let me unlock this guy too. Boop. So once these are locked, or once these are grouped, you can move around the whole area together. So that's pretty cool. But you can also make coloring layers. Like say you want all your colors or all your similar colors grouped together. You can do that and that helps you stay nice and organized. You can also rename your groups layer. That way you have your life together a bit. So that brings us to number 5. And I think those are the things that are going to make the biggest difference for you. You know, what they are, pick the right one, naming, and locking. This is going to help you so much. You're going to open Procreate, you're going to pick up a brush, and you're not going to keep drawing everything on one layer. It is normal, but you're awesome now. You're a rock star. And you're going to get comfortable with layers. You're going to stop fighting Procreate, and you're going to start having some fun. You're going to enjoy it. And when you're not fighting it, you're going to start making more art. And when you make more art, you're going to have more artwork to sell. And that's why we're here, right? And if you're still getting comfortable with Procreate and digital drawing in general, I do have a free drawing without overwhelm workbook. It walks you through simple Procreate tips and exercises, some very cute drawing prompts, and some confidence building wins so you can stop overthinking every single sketch and actually start creating. I'll make sure and link that in the description below. So, all right, guys, let me know in the comments. What's the one thing you keep accidentally doing with layers? I want to know. I'm not alone out here. I'm not the only one running around like crazy, not naming my layers. Hello, accidentally drawing on the wrong layer. Just double check. Just start building that into your routine. Let's just keep creating. Let's just keep getting comfy with those layers. and let's keep that creative spark alive. Bye bye, guys. I hope you have a great day.